This is the 300 square foot house that Vernon Presley borrowed $180 from his employer, Mr. Orville Bean, to build. Vernon and his brother Vester and his daddy Jesse built the house in 1934. The furnishings are what they would have looked like when the Presleys lived here, but people have donated a lot of stuff to help it look like this. The fireplace is original to the house, also the wood-burning stove in the kitchen. The only thing that the Presleys took with them when they moved to Memphis was an ice box. Before Vernon died, he brought it back, so it'll be in the kitchen. Elvis was born in this front room, also baby Jesse that was stillborn. When Elvis was about 3 years old, Vernon was convicted of check forgery, sentenced to 3 years in prison. Gladys and Elvis moved in with relatives because she couldn't make the payments on the house. She went around getting petitions signed to help get Vernon out early. The governor pardoned him after 9 months, and they lived in Tupelo till Elvis was about 14. Then they moved to Memphis, but Elvis was in this house when they moved out. He was 3. The doors, floors, anything that's wood should still be original since Vernon and them built it. The house has always been right here. Elvis never forgot where he came from. He would come back all the time and just look. And at the concert at the fairgrounds in the 50s, I don't know if y'all have read about that, but 1955, 56, he did a concert at the fairgrounds. When they were going to give him his check for coming to do the concert, whoever, I guess it was the city, he said, "No, you just go buy my house and the land." So at that time, Elvis bought the house and the land.
Oh, wow.
And Mr. and Ms. Wright had lived here in the 50s, and I suppose they were the only people that lived here after the Presleys.
Is that picture above the mantle, is that of Elvis and his family? Or no?
Yeah, that's when he was about 3.
And that's an original picture?
I don't think so, but now it could. I've seen that picture at a lot of places. Yeah.
All right.
But that's his little fat face.
Did the house have electricity when?
No, it didn't. It didn't. But you know, because at that time in the 30s, no. Yeah. Because it says on one of those little signs out there where you're walking around, when they wanted to listen to the radio, they would take the radio out and plug it into the car battery so they could listen to the Grand Ole Opry.
The Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
And so it's just 2 rooms, and this room behind you is the next room?
This is the kitchen. And that's the ice box over there that was the Presleys. Okay. And that's the stove and the bricks that's original to the house.
Yeah, well, an original, and the reason people call them ice box still today, because they actually put ice in that box.
That's right. But Vernon had a hand in decorating because he would know how everything was. So if he didn't, I hope there wasn't anybody else to know at that time. So
very, very humble upbringing.
Yes, sir. And Elvis never forgot where he came from. He would come back all the time after he bought the house and everything, and just look and want it to be preserved and all that stuff. And he's still got cousins in Tupelo on Vernon and Gladys' side. The boy that did the new movie, Austin Butler, and the little boy that played the little Elvis came here today. But I was off that day, and you know these people didn't even call me and tell me. I live like 1 minute away.
Oh no.
Now, is this the original wood-burning stove?
Yes, sir.
This is the original wood-burning stove that Elvis would have had meals from. Very interesting. Table, is the table original?
No,
or is
it's not. Okay. It's not. But Vernon set a plate and a little chair there in memory of Jesse.
Wow.
Because when Elvis would come back, Mr. Guy Harris was his best friend. And Guy would tell me that when they would walk around outside, Elvis would just look at everything, and he would look back and say, "Come on, Jesse, let's go."
Did you ever meet Elvis?
No. Just missed him. I played in the house. After they moved, didn't know it was Elvis's house.
Really?
But the only people I think that moved here was Mr. and Ms. Wright in the 50s, and that was right before he bought the house back.
Okay.
But we lived over on Berry Street, and I would come over here and see those little people. I don't know why, but...
Do you know where they got water from at that?
I would imagine they had wells, but they just hadn't got a replica of one. They've got a replica outhouse over there. but not a well.
We'll have to go check out that.
If any of our viewers are in the Tupelo area, we highly recommend, and while we do have a video, it doesn't do it justice. You need to walk inside this house. It's worth taking the tour, I promise you.